Well, I'm sure, as Will's just sort of said, that the message, it's the message every week, isn't it? But clean sheet today and achieved.
Yeah, I think it was important after Saturday that we came out and give a better account of ourselves, both with and without the ball. We felt in the game today we had probably give up a little bit of possession that we wouldn't usually do, but we did today to get a good structure without the ball. And whilst there probably wasn't too many opportunities, for us, there wasn't too many against us. The one or two that came against us were probably just a little lapse from us. Maybe a little bit loose with the ball once and maybe taking an extra touch when we didn't need to. But we felt in the game that we were really strong without the ball, and luckily our goal then towards the end of the game came from that. So yeah, we're pleased with how the game went.
And some really good high pressing as well, because of course Burton wanted to play it out at the back, as you'll have known that was the case. But some good high turnovers today. Yeah,
Burton are a good side, and they're from the league above. They're full of good players. And it was important that obviously if we are going to press, that we do it collectively. We wanted to wait and be a little bit more patient without the ball, wait for opportunities then to go as a group and regain possession, and we've done that really well today, so yeah, we're pleased with that.
And Genoy Donatian coming in, starting in the left centre-back, which surprised us a little bit. Was that because the plan was always play an hour and bring Grimesy on? Yeah,
JD offers so much versatility along the back line. Like, JD can play right back, left back, he can play at centre half. He's got qualities, he's a rock solid 1v1 defender. He's got pace to cover in behind. So he can play in any of them slots. We felt coming into the game tonight that Kyle has been playing on the left side as is Grimesy, but naturally Kyle plays on the right, so we give Kyle an opportunity to play there with JD alongside him, and we felt the partnership was good in the game. So it's great to have obviously JD back fit. It's important minutes for him. It was a scheduled substitution.
Just exhaust you.
Yeah, as were they all. When you've been out for the length of time that JD has been out for, we can't just throw him back in or we lose him again for another period of time. So JD's minutes were managed, and he's come through the game unscathed. So we're really pleased with that.
Were you expecting? I mean, it's not very often Chesterfield have beaten on possession. I think the only sub 50% this season's been the win at Harrogate Town, and that was only this was 40% or so possession. Were you expecting that, or did you play to achieve that, or is that just how the game went?
No, it's just how the game took place. I thought we were very patient in our shape without the ball, and I thought the players recognised when they could go and have an opportunity to regain possession, and once or twice as the game went on, and it become a little bit more expansive because of tired legs. There was a lot of lads getting minutes this evening, but I felt generally the game naturally took that structure. I'm not saying that's going to be something that we look at moving forward, but it was certainly something that we wanted to look at tonight.
But that's two games against Burton, one in the pre-season, and I know that's a pre-season, and I know this is a Vertu trophy, but two tests against a team, like you say, in League One, where Chesterfield want to be next season, and you must be pleased with the outcome over the two games.
Yeah, well, we are. Both games are in two very different circumstances. One in pre-season when you're building to win the league campaign, the game this evening when you're coming off the back of a disappointing result in the league. So it was important that the game come tonight. Sometimes when you have a disappointing game on a Saturday, you want a game to come thick or fast, believe it or not. And we, obviously having the opportunity to play this evening, give us a chance to put it right quite quickly. So there was plenty of positives, whether it was lads getting minutes, whether it was the regaining possession and the get Dylan in, the slide Ronan in to then put one on the play for Bonus to then score, and obviously he'd be made up with that. So we're pleased with how the games went tonight.
And I'm sure that the fact that it was 18 full professionals that were selected was a function of Saturday as much as anything else.
Yeah, the gaffer said he was clear with his message in terms of what he wanted from the game this evening and about the game on Saturday. And we said that coming into the game, that we had attacked the game with a full first team squad, which we have done. All lads across the two games from Saturday and tonight have all played valuable minutes, and there'll probably be a few things to think about going into a tough game at home on Saturday.
And ironically, right back in this competition then.
It's football comes thick and fast, as we've said. There's loads of games, and we'll rest and recover tomorrow, and then we'll look ahead to a tough game on Saturday.
Talking about recovery, any news on the scan on Wilbrigg yesterday?
Yeah, it's not as bad as what we first thought. We're hoping that it'll be a small number of weeks as opposed to anything more severe than that. He's pleased with the news, we're pleased with the news, so Yeah, sooner rather than later.
And again, with team selection, I assume that's probably why Bodis was left on the bench, because you'll be wanting to make sure he's fit and raring to go against Salford.
Yeah, I mean,
from the start or off.
yeah, like probably a mix of both. You know, we know Lee is a natural out and out 9. Will Dixon also came to the club as a 9, and he's done really well for us playing in a 10. So it was important to give Will some minutes in his natural position, with Lee coming on to finish the game and just maintaining his minutes. And obviously then we'll look ahead to Saturday on Thursday.
You'll have seen the goal. Did Lee Byrne get it?
Yeah, it's Lee Bonner's goal. Yeah, he's been in already asking the analysis. This is definitely my goal.
He said, have a look.
Yeah, he came in, and then after that he was made up. So, and we're made up for Lee. You know, he works ever so hard, and sometimes he just doesn't get the rub of the green. But tonight, you know, the jump to regain possession, you know, the way to pass the play, running in, to then cut it back for Lee, and Lee works so hard to get between the posts, and it's something that we've been working on with him. So he's done really well to get there, and we're made up for him scoring.
The whole move for that goal was Paul Cook, Chesterfield DNA, wasn't it?
Yeah, the gaffer was clear with his message, what he wanted to the players from the game today. You know, he got that. And as you said, once we regain possession, we've got really dangerous players at the top end of the pitch, and they made good decisions, and the outcome of that tonight was a goal, so we're really pleased.
But the focus has always been towards Salford on Saturday. They're going quite well. They've won 3-1 tonight. I'm not looking to what the team that they've put out is just yet, but they had a reversal on Saturday. But they're up in the mix. It's going to be a tough one. We know how Carl Robinson side to play, so tonight's been a real good rehearsal for that.
Yeah, no, absolutely. You know, you go into a game on like Salford have got good players. You know, they're going well in the league. They've got a good manager, and we'll go into that game. I wouldn't say that we we were looking at tonight's game with Salford in mind. But it was important that we approach tonight's game the right way, and I believe that we've done that. So now that the game's been done, we'll obviously look back at certain elements of this game, and then we'll move ahead to our prep for Salford on Thursday.